welcome to today's training taste. We're gonna get right after it today. Full disclosure, I'm not feeling 100% myself, but the whole point of these tastes is to make fitness more accessible to ourselves. So 2 moves today we have going on: an upper pull movement, a lower pull movement, single arm row paired with a Romanian deadlift. Okay, so let's start in with our warm up. First thing we're gonna do is going to be a plank to child's pose. Now, I recommend doing this on either a carpet or a mat to be a little bit easier on your knees, but I blend into my mat and my black leggings a little bit too much. So starting in your high plank position, stack your shoulders over your hands, walk your feet out. We're gonna stay here for a moment, come down to the knees, send your hips back toward your heels. Feel a stretch down your lats, down the side of your back, and we'll come forward. Moving gently from one pose to the next. Spend as much time in the stretch as you need, letting your low back fall out a bit. Create some tension in your quads as you come into your plank. As always, in that plank, you're sending your ribs down towards your feet, bracing at the core and squeezing your butt cheeks. Good. Do one more. I like this transition. I like this coming from a plank into the child's pose. Kind of the best of both worlds, in my opinion. Next thing we're gonna do is going to be a Blackburn. So 2 options. You can either do this on the ground or you can do it standing. So from the floor, we're gonna look straight down at the ground. Arms will be up overhead, and you're gonna pick your chest up as you cross your hands over, right over your butt, back overhead and down. Feet can stay down or come up. Now, if you're gonna do this from a standing position, you can kneel or stand all the way up on your feet, starting with your hands up overhead, reach behind, warming up around your shoulders. Lubing up those shoulders, upper back here, opening up through your chest as well. Good. Last move we're gonna do will be a squat with a lateral lunge. So starting in with that squat, come down, step to the side, plant your lunging foot. Good. Get a little bit of warmth in your low body, around your hips for those Romanian deadlifts coming up. Good, and we're gonna go back to plank to child's pose. Hit those 3 moves one more time. Good, keeping that brace in your core. Good. One reason I really like to do rows and upper pulling movements is that it helps to kind of counteract a lot of the forward rolling our shoulders tend to do in our normal lives, looking at phones, looking at computers, staying seated, the whole shebang, right? I don't need to tell you. Back to Blackburns, arms overhead, chest comes up. As your hands come over your bootay, back up and relax down. This can be uncomfortable on the floor for many of us. Okay, so take a standing or kneeling pose if you need. Do a few from my knees. Big reach, you're painting a big circle around your upper body. Whew, yeah. Good, and we're gonna finish out a couple more squats and lunges. Because what would a workout be without a lunge or a squat? Just kidding. If you train with me, you know. Good. And we'll do one more. Lunge in each direction and then squat down. Okay. Our baby warm-up is complete. We're gonna head into 4 working sets of our single arm row and our Romanian deadlift. All right, let's get started. Starting with your row, we're gonna take a split stance. And I'm gonna have one foot in front of the other here. Now you can take a 3-point stance. There's many options, but for today, I'm gonna take a split stance and I'll encourage you to do your single arm stance that works best for you. Okay, we're gonna start in on our first side. 10 reps apiece today. We're not gonna do intervals, we're gonna do reps. Here we go. Send that elbow back. Keep your gaze up, but your chin a little bit tucked so your spine stays neutral. That's 3. It might have been 4. 2 more, 9, and 10. And you don't have to count the reps if you don't want to. You can just kind of follow what I'm doing here for the time that I'm doing it. Good. That's 5. Good. And 10. Good stuff. We're gonna move right into our Romanian deadlifts. 2 weights in front, feet facing straight ahead. We'll lead back with our butt. Breath in at the top. And exhale as you come up. Those weights are staying super close to your legs. That's 3, 4. Good, we're moving pretty slowly here. Feeling your hamstrings extend and then contract. Good, we got 2 more reps. And 10, my hamstrings are very sore. Okay, so we're gonna take a little bit of a breather here. Feel free to adjust your weights, okay? You might be doing a little bit less on the row, a little bit more on the Romanian deadlift. It's up to you, right? Whatever's working based on where you're at today. So round 2, we're gonna do 4 total rounds. Round 2 is coming up 10 seconds. We'll row back in 2 rows. Okay, now if you wanna switch your grip, take a wider row. If you wanna rotate on the way up, the world is your row oyster. I don't love that, it has no ring to it. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, rows. Breathe out as you pull. Good. That's 5. Last one and 10. Good stuff. All right, we'll switch sides. Nice. I got 5. And 10, good stuff. Directly into deadlifts, here we go. As you move here, you are holding tension in your whole body, right? Like you're not breaking at the core, not letting your ribs come forward, keeping everything compact. That's 5 reps. Good. That's 8, 9, and 10. Good stuff. All right, we're halfway through this workout. We'll take a small breather here, right? Your weights, how fast you're moving is all gonna play into how much rest you might wanna take between your sets. One thing I wanna mention too on your rows, keep in mind that your angle with that surface, the exact positioning of your legs, whether you have your front leg on your working side, it doesn't matter so much. Focus on executing that row with your shoulder a little bit rolled back, keeping your elbow close to your body, and exhaling as you come into that pull, okay? Worry less about your legs, more about what's happening from here to here, okay? Here we go, set number 3. And it's okay to play around to figure out what works for you. That's 4. There's no exact right way to do something, right? 2 more, 9, and 10. We'll switch sides. Good. That's 5. And 10. Good stuff. Romanian deadlifts on deck. Change your weights if you need. There's a lot of information out there, right? And it's okay to let that information kind of be inspiration more than hard and fast rules. There are many things that are true for many of us, but it all depends, right? It all depends. Good news and bad news. 6, I think. Good, 2 more reps. And 10, good stuff. We'll take a quick breather before our final sets. Okay, so for your deadlifts too, a lot of times I'll get asked like, you know, should I be feeling it in my back? Is it gonna hurt my back? And when you're doing a Romanian deadlift, like, yeah, your back is working, right? You're loading weight in front of you and you're bending forward. You shouldn't feel any sharp, shearing, tweaking pain, but feeling like your back muscles are working, that's normal. That's what you should be feeling. All right, here we go. Last time through, we'll add 2 more reps onto each. We'll go for 12. Because why not? What's 2 reps in the grand scheme of life? Halfway, that's 6. 10, 11, and 12. Yes, baby. All right. 1 and 2, hitting our second set. That's 8. That's 10, 11, and 12. Good. All right, Romanian deadlifts. Here it is. Final push for our training taste. Part of what I want to remind you is that working out doesn't have to be a big deal. It can be if you want it to be. And it can also be a big deal one day and a small deal the next. That's life. Good, that's 6, we're halfway through. That's 10, we got 2 more, final push. And 12, and we are all set with today's training taste. Thank you so much for training with me. Good, as always, do this once today, do it once next week, do it twice, thrice, and I'll catch you in the next one.